The numerous and downright preposterous circumstances of this case have naturally inspired many to consider alternative explanations. One of the juicier bits of alt-hype was that Lindy himself might have actually been the one responsible for the death of his son. Jacques! This theory appears to be largely based on the premise that Lindy was a eugenicist,
which was his style at the time,
and he was trying to devise an elaborate scheme to get his, again, quote, deformed son out of the picture, and that on 2 occasions Lindy had, again, quote, kidnapped the baby as a joke.
Are you okay, man? It was just a goof.
So there's that. In truth, this appears to be revisionism by academics who really didn't like his pro-eugenics bit. You see, Lindy had some views that proved to be awkward come the 1940s. Not exactly a National Socialist himself, but he was a bit of a fan of the Goose Step Brigade. He met personally with Hermann Goering and publicly stated that Germany was the only force standing between Europe and the, quote, Asiatic horde. To be fair, he wasn't a particularly moral man, having multiple affairs in which he sired 7 children that we know of. However, the more salacious conjecture pretty much falls apart under even a cursory investigation. In the end, it's a tragic story of a baby who was abducted from his crib, and tragically, if accidentally, killed in the process. What often gets omitted from the story is Anne Morrow herself, the boy's mother, and the hardship she endured in not only mourning the loss of her son, but in the spectacle that surrounded it.